CVA's Accurate Series, Bagara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
This segment's being sponsored by JLB Sportsman, custom woodworking and laser engraving. Located right here in Leoma, Tennessee, give owner Jim Brewer a call at 931-213-1455. All right, everybody, this next segment's being sponsored by Courtney's Restaurant and Catering. Y'all can find them at 4066B North Mount Juliet Road in beautiful Mount Juliet, Tennessee, or give Tom a call for all your catering or delivery needs at 615-754-7548. And as always, if you see us in there eating lunch like you will quite a bit, be sure to come over and say hello. All right, welcome back to the studio. If you guys want to call in, we're going to go ahead and keep the phone lines open at 615-737-7767. And we've got one that's been holding on us here, Sid, while we were on break. And we know who this fella is. Mike Adams, how you doing?
Hey, brothers, I'm doing great. How are you guys tonight?
Doing good. Good to hear from you. Have you been catching some snook, or what have you been doing?
Show. Well, I'll tell you, I'm social distancing right now, but you know what? Awesome show tonight. And Sid, I watched this segment this afternoon. Brother, there ain't no way I'm sticking my hand in a hole in the bank of a river.
I can get you in there.
He said you'll lose your fear in no time.
Yeah, I better lose my fingers too. I don't know if you ever grabbed anything other than a fish, like a beaver or a turtle or something.
I have never once grabbed anything other than a fish in any of those holes. Even when I was fishing natural holes in the muddy banks on the rivers down in Mississippi, I never grabbed anything but a fish. That thing is that fish gonna let you know he's in there just as quick as you reach your hand.
He said he hadn't grabbed anything else, Mike, but he didn't tell you that something did grab him once or twice.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what I'd be afraid of. Someone grabbed me. I think I'd have to pass on that. I filmed you from the bank, though.
Yeah.
But listen, you guys were talking about deer season coming up. You know, I'm about deer 365. Man, we're seeing a lot of deer movement here in North Georgia. All of a sudden, I've got a lot of deer moving over in West Tennessee. Got some new bucks this year already come in. And it's looking pretty promising this time, guys.
It's really turned on. And I tell you, you talk about the state of Georgia, you guys have done a lot of things over the last few years, too. There have been a lot of nice deer shot in Georgia. And another one of those southern states people don't really think of for big deer. And, you know, they're getting proven wrong is what's going on.
Several
I tell you what, Brandon, you've seen the pictures of the ones in my backyard right here, urban deer.
Yeah.
I mean, Atlanta area, we've got some monster deer down here. There's no doubt. I think a lot of people are looking at habitat and building that habitat. As you guys both know, that's what it takes.
It is. That's habitat and age.
But we're headed down to Upson County here in a couple of weeks. We're going to try to take an inventory of the coyotes down there with Matt Lovell, my buddy from Alabama. And he helped us out with the Brad Deming Memorial Bicycle Fund at one time. And we're gonna try to inventory some coyotes, and we'll get that on the show as soon as possible too.
That'll be great. We want to see a big inventory list on them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you guys have a great evening and a great show. I always enjoy it.
You too,
Mike. Thanks for calling.
Thanks, bud.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Yeah, I tell you, you never know where Mike's going to be. He'll be fishing Georgia one week, Tennessee another week. Last week he was in Florida catching snook.
Yeah, you don't
ever know what. Yeah, you can tell where he's at by the fish he's holding. It just depends on what he's holding. He sent me that picture of that snook. I was like, what in the world is he caught now? When I first looked, I thought it was a big striper. So I ain't no. Where are you at, Mike? Well, I snuck down to Florida for a few days. We were down there catching some snook. Hey, man, that's all right, buddy. Keep them coming. But you know. He was talking about, you know, the deer in Georgia come a long way. The deer in Alabama, they've come a long way. You know, Tennessee.
I mean, all the states, and it's just because people are starting to get on board with the micromanagement of the areas and stuff, and the states are taking that into consideration as well.
You know what I think? This is just nothing but opinion. Here's my opinion on what has been the number one factor in it for me, in my opinion. Well, two things kind of combined: trail cameras and social media. I think that is two of the things that have made our deer population, because kind of for the same reasons. With that deer camera, once a man gets a picture, or a woman, gets a picture of a big buck, a big mature buck, At that point, they know it's there.
They know it's there.
There's no, well, I wonder if there's a big. They know it's there, and it becomes that much easier to hold out and wait on that deer because they know it's there.
That's right.
And that's one thing. And then social media, whereas used to you would hear, rumor of some guy in Rutherford County killed a big buck, or you heard this guy in Hickman County killed. Well, now you see that joker,
right?
And you're getting on there looking, and you see this big buck and that big buck and that big, and you just eventually figure out that, man, if they can do it in Rutherford County, I can do it in Wilson County. If they can do it in Wilson County, we can do it over here in Davidson County. And so I think social media and game cameras, between those two things, have just absolutely changed the world.
I know it's changed my outlook on everything and the way I hunt. I've got farms that I will leave alone because there's not a buck there that I care to target right now.
Yeah.
And other farms that I'll go hunt. And without those things, I would just go in there hunting, hoping that I ran across him.
Just knowing that you did what you could do, and and there's always nice to have that surprise factor. You're still gonna get that in the rut. You don't never know what's gonna show up in the rut.
It will happen.
Anything. You can get a deer from 5 miles away down the road.
Exactly.
Your deer could go 5 miles down the road.
You can throw all that information out the window during the rut.
That's right.
Just be in a stand.
It is, and you just kind of hit on it just now, but I've got a farm in particular that I consider to be my best deer hunting farm, my best buck farm I've got. I have got cellular cameras on every end and tip of it right now, and I have not had not one shooter buck on those cameras this summer. Not one. I am in no way concerned because what will happen around the 1st of October, middle of October, all of a sudden, they come home. So if you guys are watching a particular property, you've got a new farm you're working on, you've got cameras set up, and you're getting doe after doe or whatever you're getting. Matter of fact, I get a lot of doe and fawn pictures. Well, let me tell you, that's a good thing.
Right.
That's a good thing. But that don't mean there's no bucks there. He's liable to show up anytime.
Right. Well, the thing is people don't understand that deer do have, they center up around the food. Those bucks are trying to consume as much as they possibly can before the rut happens. So they're on the best available food source. And they're not going to travel as this heat.
It's hot.
They're not going to travel far to their food. It's like I told somebody the other day, those bucks are at best within 200 yards of that food source. And the does, they're a little different. They'll stay, they're homebodies. They'll stay, they know the food sources in their home
that's close to them.
Right.
They'll stick to those.
They're satisfied with that. Bucks are different. They bachelor up into groups, and wherever that bachelor group takes them to the best food is where they're going to go. And that younger buck that's in that group, he's going to keep doing that routine, and that younger buck's going to fall in behind him when he gets age on him, and they're going to know to go to that routine.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden, the velvet starts to shed, and
everything changes.
They come home.
Everything changes. Here they come. Kind of like when the cows come home, isn't it? Well, guys, I tell you what, we're going to get ready to go ahead and take one more quick break for you, and we'll be back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.